Okay, first I've just written a really easy example of this. Let's just hear it first in strings because we're in a strings mood kind of thing so far in this class. So let's just hear this. Right? Okay, so this is pretty obvious what's happening here. You can hear this chord. Regardless of what this chord is, you can hear that we go from this chord, we do this big just dip down is what everything kind of feels like. It drops down just a little bit, and then we slide back up right to that chord. These two chords are the same chord. They don't look like it because of all these naturals I put on it, but they are the same chord. So let's analyze this. The way we would do it is we would call this 1. So we're in C major. And this is C major, 1. Then we would go here. And what do we have here? B, D, F, G. So if we put that G on the bottom, we'd have G, B, D, F. So that's a big 5-7. We could call it a 5-4-3 if we really wanted to get fancy with it. But let's just call it a 5-7 for now. Then this chord, what do we have here? This is a little weird of a chord, right? We have a D flat in the bass. Then we have B flat, D flat, F flat, and G. So, okay, so it looks like G goes on the bottom. So let's take a look at that. G, B flat, D flat, F flat. What is that? Is that, in fact, just this chord dropped down a half step? No, because look at that G. That G stayed right where it belongs, right where it was. So we have, if G is the root, we have G, B flat, so we have a minor third. Then we have D flat, so we have another minor third. Then we have F flat, so D flat to F flat is another minor third. Then we have F flat up to G, which is also a minor third. So we have a fully diminished chord here. Okay, this common tone thing works best on fully diminished chords. So we have a fully diminished chord here. So, and we have a common tone with this G, right? And then the G comes back, right? And then the G goes one more. It doesn't need to do that for this to work, but it's nice. So this G goes all the way through this. But for this common tone to work, we basically take a little dip away and then we come back. And that gives us common tone, fully diminished chord. And we would analyze it just like that, common tone. We don't need to call this what it actually is, which is, well, what would it be? A diminished G, a G diminished in the key of C. So that'd be, we could call it a leading tone of flat 6. But we don't get flat 6, we get 7, so it just doesn't make any sense to do that. We're just going to call it a common tone, diminished chord, okay? So let's look at it one more time. Okay, I want to do something to kind of help you hear this. I'm going to do this. I'll even do it with eighth notes. Okay, I'm just going to put a whole bunch of G's just kind of rocking through this, just to draw your attention to that common tone. Okay, listen to it now. Okay, so with these, I think it helps to hear this G that stays unified throughout it. Okay, let's look at it with an augmented 6 chord.